Hey sis, hey. You are tuned into 101 TKO Radio, and this is the She Wins Radio Show with your favorite coach, Andromeda, coming to you live every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And as you know, it is Big Talk Tuesday. That is what we are dedicating every Tuesday going forward to. It's Big Talk Tuesday. So today we are talking about the hot topics that have been in the media, but the teachable moments. What are the things that we've learned from some of these hot topics? And we are giving away some free tickets to the Women Are Dope experience. I hope that y'all are really excited today. I hope that y'all are feeling motivated. I know that it's a rainy day. At least it is here in Atlanta. I was watching the news and saw that it's just supposed to be raining a lot of places around the country today and this week. So if you are in a rainy area, if it's been raining where you are, don't let the gloomy skies bring you down, right? As the song goes, I ain't stressing today. I had them play that song as we came in because I just wanted to remind y'all, like, peace, love, joy, happiness. It is a choice. You can absolutely choose not to stress, no matter what the weather, no matter what the season, no matter what's going on around you. You can choose not to stress. You can choose to be happy, right? And so that is today's message that I definitely want to remind you of. But if you are out here in these rainy streets, I want to definitely encourage you to make sure that you are leaving a little bit earlier than you would normally leave, so that you can take your time on the roads, okay? Because it's very wet out there, very slippery out there. You want to make sure that you're paying attention. I think it goes without saying, but definitely no texting and driving, especially right now with this rain being as heavy as it is. Y'all just be safe out here in these streets, okay? Be very, very, very safe. All right. So as I said, we're doing some things today. We're giving away some free tickets. I know you're probably asking how do I win a free ticket to the Women Are Dope experience? Well, you got to call in. You got to call in at 678-439-7419 for a chance to win. So what you're going to do is that throughout today's show, as we are having these different conversations, if you call in and share your thoughts on that conversation, guess what? You might win. Pam Dorsey said it's raining cats, dogs, and horses in South Carolina. Laugh out loud. Oh my goodness. Not just the cats and dogs, but the horses too, sis. Wow. All right, y'all. So yeah, it's rainy out there, but we're gonna do our best to stay dry and stay joyful in spite of the gloomy weather. All right. But yeah, so that's how you're going to win. Also, if you are going to do what Pam just did, Pam commented, she's watching either from YouTube or Facebook, and she commented just now so that I could see her. So Pam is going to get an opportunity to win because she's showing up and she's watching live on YouTube and Facebook. So that's another way that you can win if you're somewhere where you aren't able to call in. But we're going to have an engaging show today, okay? I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. And as I said, the Women Are Dope experience is coming up. It's on April 20th, 2024 in Stonecrest, Georgia. So if you're in the Atlanta area, you want to attend this event. Fun story. I spoke at the Women Are Dope experience, I think maybe like 5 years ago, something like that. I was a speaker 5 years ago in Atlanta. And I'm so excited to now be living in Atlanta and have the opportunity to be a keynote speaker at this year's event. Let me tell you, this panel is absolutely amazing. I mean, we've got some really heavy hitters on these panels, people who are highly influential, people who are extremely successful, people who are visionaries. And that is the theme for this year's event. The vision won't wait. When Chelsea Speaks told me that this was a theme, I got chills in my bones because some of us are sitting around on big visions. We are sitting around waiting for somebody else to give us permission to start manifesting our visions. We're sitting around waiting for some stars to align or whatever it is we're waiting for us to start taking these steps to bring about these visions that God has given us. And so the message is the vision won't wait, sis. If God has given you a vision that you need to be walking in, that you need to be manifesting, if God has given you, which he has given all of us, a purpose that you need to be fulfilling, it's not going to wait. Somebody is waiting on you to step out and be yourself, to share your messages, to share your gifts, to use your skills, to use your talents so that they can succeed and elevate in their own lives. So the vision will not wait. And listen, I'm about to get into my whole speech. Let me slow down and be quiet. If y'all want to hear any more about the vision won't wait, make sure that you are in the building on April 20th, 2024 in Privy Stonecrest for the Women Are Dope experience. Okay, Pam Dorsey, the vision won't wait. I love that. Yes, sis, it's going to be lit. I know you're in South Carolina, but hey, if you can make your way to Atlanta, I don't think it's too far of a drive or a flight to get here on April 20th. We love to see you. And again, if you are tuned in today, you will have a chance to win a free ticket. All right. So stay locked in from 11 to 1 for your chance to win. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to give all 3 tickets away today or if I'm just going to kind of like trickle them. I don't know. I'll see where my spirit leads me. All right. All right. So let's get into it, y'all. Y'all know I always want to do my National Day calendar. I always want to let y'all know what is going on in the world. What are people celebrating today, right? And so today's national days are the National Balloon Ascension Day. That's interesting. National Balloon Ascension Day commemorates the first balloon flight in the United States in 1793. Wow. Did y'all know that the first hot air balloon flight was in 1793? Wow. The French aeronaut Jean-Pierre Blanchard took flight over the Walnut Street prison in Philadelphia above a large crowd. He ascended in a hydrogen gas balloon, a popular balloon at the time. George Washington witnessed the launch of the balloon too. That day, he lit the fires of fascination with ballooning and Americans. However, more than hot air balloons also flew in the skies over time. Several varieties of balloons took shape over the next 100 years. Airships inflated by hydrogen and shaped like cigars took to the skies. They were also called blimps. Their engines gave these balloons directional flight and speed. By the 20th century, large airships with cabins carried passengers. The gas-filled giants eventually disappeared from the skies. Tragedies like the Hindenburg on May 6, 1937, where over a third of the 97 passengers perished when the airship caught fire, helped to usher in a new era. Today, hot air ballooning is enjoyed from the ground in the air. It's also a scientific tool for weather and other research. So the more you know, as they say. If you didn't know, now you do. Also, fun fact about me, I have always wanted to ride in a hot air balloon. Have yet to do it. It's on my bucket list. That along with skydiving. We've been talking about that recently here at the station. Nelson said that he's skydived before. He actually showed me some pictures and videos. And so I'm really hyped about it. I'm scared, y'all, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Y'all hold me accountable. All right. Then the other day that we're celebrating today is National Shop for Travel Day. Ooh, okay. So that sounds like it's right up my alley because I'm getting ready to travel. My birthday is January 17th. Y'all, if y'all didn't know, it's Capricorn season. Shout out to all the Capricorns. And my mother-in-law's birthday is at the end of January as well. And she has planned a big 60th birthday in Cancun, Mexico, which I am super excited to be participating in. So I sounds like National Shop for Travel Day is right up my alley. And it says, as the holiday season fades away, our minds turn to our next opportunity for a vacation. While that may seem far off, not for me, National Shop for Travel Day on the second Tuesday in January reminds us to start planning now. Today, there are more tools and resources than ever before to help us shop for that perfect trip. How we choose to travel, how our accommodations, and where we relax and have fun has become mobile and virtual. Whether we're planning a weekend getaway or our dream vacation, we can shop, compare, plan, and book all in just a few clicks. So how do you observe Shop for Travel Day? Technology has made shopping for travel easier. Not only can we comparison shop, but it also makes planning a lot easier. Celebrate the day by making a list of the places you would dream of going, need to go, and would like to see again. I love that. I love that even if you may not have any travel planned yet, I love the idea of dreaming about where you'd like to go. I like the idea of writing it down, making the vision plain, just looking at what these different places offer and just dreaming in your head, because I believe that you have to see it in your head first before it becomes a reality, right? So I absolutely love that. The other days are National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. So shout out to those law enforcement people, those law enforcement officials who are out here doing the good work in the community. So we're going to celebrate you. We know that law enforcement does not always get a good, I don't even know the word. We're not always happy with law enforcement, especially in the Black community. But we do know that not all who wear blue are bad. We do know that some of them, a lot of them, are actually out here trying to make the world better. So we want to celebrate those today. Across the country on January 9th each year, citizens take the lead to show support on National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. Law enforcement officers of every rank and file have chosen a profession that puts their life on the line every day for their communities. They've answered a call to public service that is demanding and often appreciated. From local, state, and federal, their duties command dedication. The jobs are often thankless and take them away from their families for long hours. Rarely do they know what their days have in store for them. Often law enforcement are the only paid emergency resource the community has. More often, they work in coordination with other local, state, and federal organizations to make communities safer. On National Law Enforcement Day, we have an opportunity to thank them for their service and offer a token of respect. So if you know a law enforcement officer, if you are familiar with one who you know gets up every day like the rest of us, puts on their uniform with the intention to go out into the world and make it a better place and sacrifice their life for the goodness of those around them, we want to celebrate those people, right? They deserve celebration. They deserve support. They deserve to get their flowers while they can still smell them. So shout out to those law enforcement officers who are making the world a better place. And I'm not going to go through these, but it's National Apricot Day. I don't think I've ever had an apricot. Y'all do not judge me. I might have had one like a smoothie or something, but I don't know. And the National Static Electricity Day. That's very interesting. It may be a little shocking, it says, but the National Static Electricity Day is on January 9th. The observers explore static electricity and even how we may cause it. And so if you want to know how to honor this day, it says, learn how static electricity affects us, explore the ways you can come in contact with static electricity and how you create it to run an experiment and share your results. Y'all remember those experiments you used to do when we were in like middle school, like in science? We have to like do these different experiments about stuff. And we have like our big boards. That used to be really, really fun. I think that, why not? Why not go back to some of our childlike things and have a little fun, whether you have kids, whether you don't. Why not do a little experiment this weekend? I'm sure you can find anything on YouTube or TikTok or anywhere to figure out an experiment that you can do that's fun for the family. All right, y'all. So that is our National Day calendar. I do want to also tell y'all what the weather is looking like. Like, what can we expect for the rest of the day here in Atlanta? And so the forecast says that currently it is a 95% chance of rain. If you are outside, you know that is true. It's like 100%, right? At 12 p.m., it goes down to 80%. And at 1 p.m., the skies are supposed to be becoming clearer. Thank the Lord for that, okay? Because I think we have had enough rain. I was telling them while I was on the way here, the street was flooding by my home, so I'm hoping I can get home without any issues. But again, y'all be safe out there. If you don't have to go anywhere, you may want to wait until after 1 o'clock to get out, because like I said, it looks like the sky should be clearing up for us throughout the rest of the day. So that is good news. And it looks like tomorrow is scheduled to be sunny. Yay. So again, if you have some errands you need to run that can wait for tomorrow, you may want to just wait for later today or tomorrow so that you don't have to get wet. You don't have to risk, any type of dangerous situation due to the wet streets. All right, y'all. So I'm so excited. Again, I hope that y'all are excited to be listening in to. I'm so excited to start giving away these tickets to the Women Are Dope conference. If you are watching live on YouTube or Facebook, do me a favor and drop a comment and let me know that you see me. Let me know that you are here. Let me know if you want to attend the Women Are Dope conference so I can keep in mind who I'm giving a ticket to. If you are listening live right now, do me a favor and call in at 678-439-7419. Let me know that you are here, because guess what? You know what? The first caller is going to win a ticket to the Women Are Dope conference. Y'all heard me. The very first caller, the first woman that calls in at 678-439-7419 will win a free ticket to the Women Are Dope experience on April 20th, 2024 in Stonecrest, Georgia. So y'all like the lines up, all right? 678-439-7419. All right, y'all, let's get into these hot topics and teachable moments. Let me see how much longer I have before my next break, before I really, really dive in. 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. All right, so let me see who I'm talking about first. And let me reiterate. I don't do gossip, y'all. I don't do gossip, but I do like a teachable moment, y'all. And because we're all talking about these things, I think this is the opportunity for us to really look into these things that are coming up on our timelines, these topics that we're having, these conversations that we're having, and really look like what's the teachable moment in all of this, right? So the first one I'm going to talk about, because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on our good sis, Megan Good. I don't want to spend a lot of time on her, but so did you or did you not find it cringy when Jonathan Majors called her his Coretta? Cringy or no? I don't know. I felt a little cringy in the spirit. I did. It made me uncomfortable. For one reason is because I don't get what his infatuation is. If you all heard the audio when he was talking to his ex about like what she needed to be for him, he was saying he needed him a Coretta, like for what his career is and where he's going in life. Like he needs him a Coretta in life. And I just, when I was listening to him, I'm just thinking to myself, well, let's just start here. If you want a Coretta in your life, don't you think that you are moving in the wrong direction? Because the woman that you are dating is a Caucasian. So why are you looking for Coretta in a Caucasian? I'm not understanding. Coretta was a black woman, a black queen. You can't expect somebody who is not even, in any way related to Coretta to understand her experience or Martin Luther King's experience, right? So that's number one. Number two, a lot of people are saying like, oh, we're kind of tired of seeing black women jump in and save these black men after they make these decisions to do things that are unbecoming or that are putting them in legal situations. We are kind of tired of it. And if I'm honest, I'm tired of it too. However, this is what I want to say about this. Like, I love Megan Good. To me, I feel like I don't know her personally, but I think she's a very sweet person. She seems to be a very sweet person. She has a very good reputation in the black community. Like, we love Megan, right? We don't have anything bad to say about her. Now, the question is Jonathan Majors good or bad for her brand? Now, I know when it comes to love, that is not always a question that we're thinking about, right? Like, if I love you, I like you, I think you're a good person. Am I necessarily thinking about how my personal brand is affected by my attachment to you? Probably not. I do often wonder, though, like, well, not often, I don't think about it that much, but I do wonder, like, what sparked this relationship in the first place? Like, where it just came out of the blue, right? Like, maybe it was over there, minding her business, and Jonathan was over here, and then all of a sudden it was together. I don't even understand how this happened. But the question that I have is, do y'all think that Jonathan Majors is good or bad for her brand? Do y'all think that because, again, like we are, whether we want to believe it or not, we're guilty by association oftentimes. Whoever we are attached to, they have an impact on how other people see us, right? And so while I think that a lot of us were uplifting Jonathan Majors and we were rooting for him. We were all rooting for him, he's kind of made us look at him kind of different, right? Like he's made us kind of start giving him the side eye a little bit. Like all that sexy talk, like, oh, he's so fine. We heard women talking about how he was so fine when he was in Creed, and now we're like, you ain't that cute no more. And it also goes to show that your personality makes a huge difference in your appearance, right? Like you could be the finest person in the world, but if you have a ugly spirit, or if you just, off weird in your behavior, it can make you an ugly person. And so that's the question that I really wanted to pose for us today. To me, I feel like Megan Good is good. That's just how I feel. Like I think she's good on her own. I don't know that I feel like Jonathan Majors will damage her reputation, but I do not necessarily feel like he's a good look for her. I don't like this relationship with Megan, and it doesn't really matter that I like it for her or not. But I don't like it for her. I feel like she could do better, and I feel like she could be better than like his savior. I don't like that. Like, how about instead of her being his Coretta, how about she be her? I don't know who's a good Naya, who's a good black man we can speak on.
Barack Obama.
Yes, Barack Obama. Naya said Barack Obama. Can we normalize that though? Like all the time we talking about how what black women need to be for black men. How about we normalize black men being these great leaders for black women and their families? How about we do that? You know what I mean? It's just getting tired. It's getting tired, y'all, of black women always feeling like we gotta jump in and save black men. Black women need to be protected first. How about that? Okay, so that's just what I'm standing on. I think we're gonna take a quick break, y'all. We're gonna come back and talk about these other hot topics. Y'all stay ready. Get on these live 678-439-7419. Watch live on YouTube or Facebook. Comment live for a chance to win a free ticket to the Women Are Dope experience. This is She Wins Radio Show on 101 TKO Radio. We'll be right back. Hey sis, hey, you are tuned in to She Wins Radio on 101 TKO Radio, and this is Coach Andromeda coming to you live every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you are tuning in with me today, I just want to say shout out to you for showing up and showing out. I so appreciate you listening. If you are listening right now, I want you to just take a moment and share this with somebody else. If this show has been bringing you joy, inspiration, encouragement, enlightenment, empowerment, entertainment, whatever. Share it with somebody else. Like, share the good news with somebody else. Get more listeners on because the more the merrier, right? Sharing is caring, as we know. So definitely, I appreciate you for showing up. I appreciate you for sharing She Wins Radio. And as we continue to grow this show, again, y'all know my saying. If you know me, you know my saying. When women support women, we all win. So as She Wins Radio show continues to grow, as will everyone attached to She Wins Radio show. Like I said, I'm looking forward to doing more small business shout outs. I'm looking forward to having more guest speakers and for making this a platform where women's voices, Black women's voices, especially women of color's voices, are amplified, where our businesses are getting in front of more and more people. So y'all know, listen, I shared a live on Instagram. I want to say last week, just talking about how we have to do better when it comes to supporting one another. Like when we think about brands and businesses and how they grow, the reason why they grow is not just because their product is exceptional or their brand is exceptional. It's because they have people backing them. They have people who are supporting them. They have people who are uplifting them. And so when we think about the money that we go out and spend, the money that goes out of the Black community, that is money that can be going into circulating in our community and helping those of us who are really trying to make a difference in our community. So I want you to think about that the next time that you go out there and you buy something that's not necessarily a Black-owned brand. Think about who you could have supported. Think about those within the community who are trying to make real change within the community and who else you could have invested in. Okay, so let's talk about our brother Cat Williams. Who is not talking about Cat Williams right now? Like, I pulled up on my mother-in-law. This woman is about to turn 60 years old, and she had Club Shay Shay on her TV. Okay, so like when I say who is not listening or watching Cat Williams, like everybody's talking about it. Here's the thing that I have to say about Cat Williams. It's been a lot of discussion about was he being truthful about everything? Did he lie about some of the things he said? Honestly, I don't even care. I don't care whether he was being truthful or lying, because Cat Williams, first and foremost, he's an entertainer. He is a comedian. I don't know anybody who takes everything that he says at face value. Like, if you go to his shows, are you expecting every joke to be like real life experience? I'm not. I think he's an entertainer, and I think that he came to entertain us. That is what I believe. Now, here's the thing about the things that he shared. One thing that Chelsea told us when, in our meetings, that after our radio shows happen, like, they die, right? They don't live on forever because it's on the radio, and once we get off air, there's nowhere else for it to go, right? Like, this isn't a podcast where we are keeping like it stored somewhere. This is a radio show. And so I thought about Cat Williams, and I said to myself, if there was a guest that I would want to have on my radio show, it would be Cat Williams. Want to know why? Because he's gonna keep people talking about this show for days, weeks, maybe even months. I don't know. And so he extended the shelf life of his episode. He extended his shelf life, the shelf life of the episode, Club Shay Shay. So that benefited Shannon. It benefited him because now people are talking about him even more, right? We have also often heard all publicity is good publicity. Bad or good is good publicity. If people are talking about you, it's a good thing. Because the thing about it is that if people are talking about you, yes, there are going to be people who didn't like what you did, didn't like what you said, who want to cancel you. But then there's going to be other people who understand your perspective, people who are rooting for you, people who are appreciating you telling your truth and being who you are. You're going to get a mixed bag no matter what you're saying and no matter what you're doing. So Cat Williams, is he a crazy guy or a marketing genius? I'm saying marketing genius. I'm saying he's a marketing genius because he sat on that show. And it wasn't just a show that people talked about or listened to for the day. He had people coming out the woodworks, people who we hadn't seen going live in months or even years, popping up, responding to him. Like that show, all of us who are creatives, we could only wish to have a moment like that where we have a show, we have a podcast, we have something that we put out, and dozens of people come out the woodwork to respond directly to what we're saying. And then thousands or millions more are just sharing it and talking about it, right? We saw Ludacris come out. He had something to say. Even those who tried to act like they was too big to respond, right? What's his name? Kevin Hart was like, do you go to the circus or whatever? He lays that. But he still responded. Like, we know he was responding, right? We had Ice Cube in his long drawn. I love Cube, y'all. I'm like, get to the point. Because I'm going to sleep on your response. But I love Cube. But I mean, we had so many people. Cedric the Entertainer. He talks about everybody. I feel like nobody was spared. And here's how you know that it was powerful too, because I love Mike Epps. Mike Epps said he was mad. He was like, why you didn't talk about me? He said, I needed the publicity too. Like, I'm mad he was jealous he wasn't mentioned. Good or bad, right? He was mad he wasn't mentioned. So that is how you know that, again, all publicity is good publicity. Some people, whether they was mad about what he said or not, they were just happy to be part of the conversation because, again, people are talking about you. Now you have content to create. Now you have something when you respond that millions of people are going to reshare that response because, again, people want to know. People want to keep this conversation. People want to put their opinion on it. We sitting here talking it right now on She Wins Radio, right? We focus on women empowerment, and all of my guests are women. But here we are talking about Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay on She Wins Radio. So that lets you know how powerful that moment was. And whether you think that Cat Williams was lying about what he was saying or not, whether you agree with what he said or not, whether you were mad about some of the things he said or not, that moment was a moment. Like, y'all, if y'all follow the Shade Room, y'all know we got a calendar for the year. Cat Williams is definitely in the month of January, right? Like, he made the month of January hands down. And so shout out to Cat Williams. We don't always hear from him, but when we do, he's always good for a laugh. And you got to appreciate that in a man. You got to appreciate a person who is consistent. You got to appreciate a person who, they give what they came to give. Right. I don't think that Shannon Sharp is disappointed about what was shared on his show. All right. So shout out to Cat Williams. All right. So the next hot topic we want to talk about that is a teachable moment for us is going to be our good sis Taraji P. Henson and Monique. Now, it's been a lot of talk about how Monique told us years ago about how Black actresses were not being paid fairly in the industry. Years ago, she told us this. She sat on her platform. She asked us to boycott Netflix. Y'all remember that? Did y'all boycott Netflix? I didn't boycott Netflix, y'all. But our sis, listen, she tried to tell us, like, things are not right out here. Like, we're not getting paid fairly. We're being treated unfairly. I think she was comparing herself to, I want to say, Amy Schumer, because she had like a Netflix special coming out, and Netflix was like really lowballing Monique. But Monique has all this experience in the industry. She's had sold out shows. She's been in movies. Like, she is that girl. It's definitely in her head. You know what I mean? I think she's that girl. But she felt like she wasn't being paid, and she was trying to really stand 10 toes down on the fact that she was not going to accept a lower rate because she said that would set a precedent. That would set a standard for those who came behind her, which you gotta love that, right? You gotta love that. Roger Jones said, I remember. Yes. You gotta love a sister who gonna stand 10 toes down, not just for herself, but because she understands there's people coming behind her. So if she takes this rate as an Oscar winner, right? Or whatever, then how does somebody come behind her who doesn't have all these accolades? How do they ask for more money than what she received? So we love that. So we heard that. We remember that time. However, now Taraji is speaking up about this thing, and I feel for her. Like, I hurt for her. It makes my heart ache that to see her tears and to see her feeling unappreciated for the work that she has been doing, because I feel like Taraji is also one of those consistent people. We know when Taraji hit the screen, she gonna give us a show every single time. You don't have to question if whatever you're about to watch is gonna be good if Taraji P. Henson is in it. So sis definitely deserves to earn what she should make. She definitely deserves to receive her flowers while she is living. However, we are noticing that the impact from Taraji saying it versus Monique saying it has been different. There has been a different move. Going back, I want to read these comments. So Pam Dorsey said, Kat set it up perfectly. Total win for him and many others. Yes. Listen, it's all, to me, it's all about perspective. How you look at a thing. Like they say, either the glass is full or the glass is half empty or half full for you. It's all about perspective. I always try to find the positives in things. Y'all be thinking people have bad intentions, but sometimes people are really setting you up for a win. And that's what I believe Kat was doing for a lot of people. But going back to Monique and Taraji, I have some questions in my mind about why the responses may have been different between the two of them. So it's a few things that came to mind. One was I was thinking to myself, like, is it because Monique had been out of the game for so long, right? Like, we hadn't really been seeing her. You got to think about, like, the people who really are moving social media and these conversations and stuff. Like, did those people really relate to her, resonate with her at the time in which she shared the message? That was my first question that popped up in my mind. Like, was she just not relevant enough for people to care? That was the question. The second question I asked myself is, if we're being very real about different things, like when it comes to weight and colorism, those are very big things too. And so I asked myself, was like, is it because Monique is a heavier woman, an older woman, a darker skinned woman? Is that why the message did not move the same way for Taraji? I don't know. Just something to think about, something for us to consider. I think that it's something we should always consider. Whenever we see a person speaking, right, and we hear a message, I want you to ask yourself, are you looking at their appearance to determine if the message is relevant? Are you looking at their appearance to determine if the message is relevant? Nelson, I think Nelson wants to say something.
You know what I think? I think people was looking at her, which unfortunately black women get tagged with this, but looking like that angry black woman. You know what I'm saying? So I think people was looking at her in that way. And then that's why I don't think, that emotional people didn't take it serious. And I think unfortunately she may have been tagged that way.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. I could agree with that. Again, we had not been hearing very good things about Monique, right? She was blackballed from the industry after Precious, and she and her husband would do their videos, which some people felt like was a little cringeworthy. So again, it might have just been like, because of who she was in that moment, people just couldn't take the message as far as it needed to go. However, I want to say that I'm grateful that somebody said no, they just didn't like Monique's tone. That's why she got more cups. Ooh, okay. All right. Now that's something. Again, these are questions we have to ask ourselves though, for real. When messages are being shared, and I'm gonna say especially from Black men and women, when we are listening to the message, are we looking at the messenger more than we are looking at the message? Because the reason why that's important is because we will miss out on opportunities to learn things and to make change if we're looking at the messenger more than the message. Is there truth in that message? Does something need to be changed as a result of that message? Can we look beyond the person and look beyond their experience and look back beyond their mistakes to say, oh, that sister is one of something or whatever, or there's one of something. We might need to tune in. We might need to spread this message because it's going to be beneficial to other people. So going forward, I think we should just try to embrace that thought of not just, again, if you don't like the messenger, it doesn't mean the message isn't good, right? Let's make some honest effort to do better when it comes to that. But I am grateful that the message is coming around again. The other reason why I think that it's resonating more with people right now, if I'm being totally honest, is that in this day and age, especially like this time where we're dealing with inflation, people struggling financially, it hits differently now, right? So when Monique came out and said it, other people might not have been feeling as stretched financially. Now we have these conversations about people not being paid enough. We're all like, yep, me neither. I don't get paid enough. And I work at McDonald's. I don't get paid enough. And I work at the grocery store. I don't get paid enough. And I work as a lawyer, accountant, a doctor, whatever. It's not enough to pay my bills. The way these groceries are set up, the way healthcare is set up, the way education is set up, it's not enough. So when we hear Taraji say, I don't get paid enough as an actress, we all like, yeah, none of us do. And it all needs to change for everybody because it's hard out here to live. The other teachable moment that I want us to share too is this. Some of us feel like, oh, if you're a celebrity, if you are in the public eye, if you're on a big screen, that means that your life is set. Like you're rich, you're wealthy, you're comfortable. Taraji broke it down for us. She said that she might get paid like more than what most of us see in a year or 3 years, but her bills are high. It costs money to pay her team, the people who are behind her, keeping the Taraji P. Henson train going. And so, because her bills are big, she doesn't see as much profit from her movies and things like that. So, that is why she needs to be paid more so that she can actually see more profit. She got big bills. She got houses, she got cars, she got a team, she got big bills. And if we're being honest and realistic, we don't want to see our celebrities. We say, oh, live within your means. But y'all be for real. You do not want to see your celebrities when, if y'all remember MTV Cribs. Imagine going to Michael Jackson's house on MTV Cribs and Michael is living in a regular suburban neighborhood. Y'all, I mean, cut it out. Like, we are used to seeing them living these luxurious lifestyles. And so, live within your means, like, there's a lot of pressure on them to be wearing certain clothes, to be dressing a certain kind of way, to be looking a certain kind of way, to keep getting these opportunities and getting these roles and staying in the spotlight. So I know like most of us cannot relate to what Taraji is saying. We're saying ourselves, well, if I would make that money, I'd be good. I wouldn't be complaining. But you don't know her story, you don't know her life, you're not walking in her shoes. So we really can't say that until we find ourselves in that position. And I just want to believe that Taraji's smart. I feel like she's smart. I feel like she's a businesswoman. I feel like she's figuring her way out through the world. And I want to believe that she's not out here just wasting and burning through her money. So if she's saying that it's a struggle for her to get paid what she's getting paid and still be able to survive and live her life and do her things, that's a real thing we need to be listening up. And even if you're not an actress, it's something, again, we all need to be advocating for fair pay, equal pay for women and Black women in every industry across the globe, every industry across the business globes. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share about that today. How are we doing on time, Naya? Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and talk about the next hot topic and teachable moment. If you are listening, again, I'm giving away a free ticket to the Women Are Dope experience. If you are watching, listening live on YouTube or Facebook, make sure that you comment so I see you. So far, I've seen Pam, Dorsey, and Roger Jones comment. I have not had anybody calling yet. 678-439-7419 is the number. If you want to win a free ticket to the Women I Know experience on April 20th, 2024 in Stonecrest, Georgia. We're going to be right back. This is She Wins Radio Show on 101 TKO Radio. Hey sis, hey, hey sis, hey.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on.
Hey sis, hey, hey sis, hey. You are tuned in to She Wins Radio Show. This is Coach Andromeda coming to you live from 101 TKO Radio every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Shout out to everybody who is watching live from YouTube. Nadia, will you throw that last comment back up there from Tamika? I think she was talking about what we were talking about as far as Monique and Taraji. Same message, different messenger. I think sis said that she agreed that it was Monique's tone that was causing people not to receive the message. Ooh. And I mean, again, I love this feedback so that we all can learn from that, right? Whenever it comes to communication, my dad said to me once that communication, when it comes to communication, the burden is not on the receiver, it's on the sender, right? So whatever you're trying to communicate to a person, you have to ask yourself, like, how do I need to communicate it in a way that this person is going to receive it? Because we know there are some people who are a little bit more sensitive, right? Like we know people who the moment you start raising your voice a little bit, they're like, don't talk to me like that. And so now you can't even get the message out anymore. It's a waste of time. There's some people, if you're screaming and yelling, they're going to go ahead and just block you out. It's some people who just require you to speak to them at a certain tone. And so we know this. And I think that when we're trying to communicate any type of message that is important, any type of message that we are trying to motivate other people to move in a different direction or to make different choices, we have to be mindful of how we are communicating that message. We can't just be like, oh, I said what I said. Okay, well, you can say what you said, but if it does not make the person who heard you move the way that you would have liked them to, then that's on you, right? So that is something for us to consider. I also want to, before we continue to talk about our hot topics and teachable moments, I really wanted to talk about fasting. Me and I was talking about fasting over this break, and so I forgot to mention that in the She Wins Society community, I shared this with you all before. We have monthly personal growth challenges, and so for the month of January, our challenge is to start every day with prayer for the month of January, 30 days of prayer and fasting, and to fast from at least one thing that you know that you don't need, that you want, you might like it, but you know you don't need it. And so that is this month's challenge. And I want to tell you about the benefits of doing a challenge like this. Like I think that some people fast for multiple different reasons, right? Some people fast to detox their body. Some people fast because they're trying to have a stronger spiritual connection with God. Some people fast because they're trying to lose weight. Some people fast for a variety of reasons. I totally believe that fasting can be beneficial for a lot of reasons. But one of the things that I really encourage people to do to perform these challenges and fasting and things like that as a life coach, the reason why I encourage that is because it helps with your mindset. It helps with your mindset. Let me read this comment real quick. Tamika said, I had to learn that while raising my daughter, she doesn't respond well to yelling. And I used to yell to get the point out quickly, laugh out loud. So yeah, exactly. Like you got to know what you know about people. You got to pay attention to how they respond. But I was going to say, fasting helps with your mindset, right? Because most of us, Roger Jones said, no snacks for me, sad face. Turn that frown upside down because, again, it's good to make a commitment to yourself to make positive changes in your life. The thing about it is this: when we think about reaching any goal, especially those big ones, those scary ones, those ones that require us to have more capacity, more energy, more focus, more determination, more dedication, more commitment, mindset is required. And so when you can set yourself up to be able to say, I can do what I set my mind to do, it's transformational. When you can decide that I said that I'm going to not eat this food, or I said that I'm going to wake up every morning and go pray, or I'm going to go to the gym every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, whatever it is that you set, and you actually do it, you are transforming your mind and your body and everything around you, teaching yourself that your flesh does not run you. We have heard the saying before, mind over matter. That is required. We see we often look out into the world. We see people who are succeeding on very high levels, and we say, "Oh, I want to do that." These people will tell you their mindset is at the center of that. They don't allow certain distractions to bother them. They don't allow things to get them off their schedule. They are very, very, very serious about how they're moving. And so with any challenge that you set for yourself, just know that should you complete it, you will be forever transformed. Going forward, when distractions come up, when challenges come up, when obstacles appear, you will be more equipped to not get off track. You'll be more equipped to say, I'm standing on business. Like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm not going to let things affect you. And when you can do that, that is how you will reach your goals quicker and actually reach them. Okay. So I hope that y'all are, a lot of us are, I've seen a lot on social media about people fasting, doing 21-day fast, the Daniel's fast. I just encourage you to choose a fast. And to me, a fast is most beneficial, again, because some of us are already like vegan or vegetarian. So if you say I'm going to participate in a fast where I'm not eating meat, I mean, you already doing it. If you say you're going to take a fast from eating or drinking sodas, like that wouldn't be beneficial to me because I really don't drink soda anyway. That's not a big deal. But for me, I am fasting from sweets. That is my weakness. Sweets are my weakness. I am fasting from junk food. I am fasting from alcohol, which is y'all gonna hold me accountable. I was gonna share this on social media, but I am planning to have my first alcohol-free birthday since God knows when. Y'all, I have not had a birthday in so many years that did not include me having at least a couple of glasses of wine. So this month, because I have committed to this fast and my birthday falls in this month, I can't have alcohol. And so I'm just deciding to stand on business. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me. But I'm also excited because you know why? I said to myself that we get in these habits, like it's a habit of feeling like every time you celebrate and some alcohol have to be involved. And I kind of just want to get out of that. Like, why every celebration have to include alcohol? Why? Like, why? What is the reason? And so I'm looking forward to challenging myself in this way of being able to celebrate my birthday that does not include any type of intoxicants. I'm also, like I shared with you, I'm going to Cancun for my mother-in-law's birthday. And the first thing she said was, "You're not going to drink in Cancun? It's all inclusive." And I'm like, girl, don't tempt me. I'm trying to be good, Lord. Y'all pray for me for real. That probably would be harder even than my birthday to just be in Cancun and relaxing and not have me even like a little pina colada or nothing. Ooh, Lord. Y'all just pray for me, okay? Naya and Nelson looking at me like, girl, good luck. Couldn't be me. But I'm working on it. So y'all just pray for you, girl. All right. So I wanted to share too, because I was checking the weather while we were on break, and it said that severe weather has closed Georgia schools today. So just so y'all know, the weather is severe. It's considered severe. It's expected in much of Georgia, with the southern part of the state likely to see the most significant impacts, with many areas expected to see strong winds, heavy rains, and possible tornadoes. Schools across Georgia have announced closures for Tuesday, January 9th. All right. Tamika Lyons says, send in prayers. Thank you so much for your prayers, sis. I'm going to need them. All right. So getting back to these topics, by the way, I saw Pam on here earlier. I saw Tamika on here earlier. If you ladies would like to win a ticket, if you know that you can make it to Atlanta, Stonecrest, Georgia specifically, on April 20th, 2024 for the Women Are Dope Experience, drop something in the comments. Let me know. I want to come. I'll be there. Something, because one of you is going to win a free ticket to the Women Are Dope Experience. I also said that the first person who called in will win a free ticket. Nelson, where the phone lines at? We got the phone lines up and running. Okay, we up and running, y'all. So just wanted to make sure. I know sometimes y'all tell me, like, I tried to call them and couldn't get through. They said it's up and running. 678-439-7419. If you want to win a ticket to the Women Are Dope Experience, the first person who calls in will win a free ticket. Also, if you are not in the Atlanta area, if you don't think you can make it, but you know somebody who is here and then you want to give them a ticket, listen, I told y'all sharing is caring. All right. So if you're listening, if you're watching live, this is your chance. I'm about to get back into these hot topics and teachable moments. I hope y'all are ready. Holding on to your seats. The next one is Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens, or some of y'all have disrespectfully been saying Mr. and Mrs. Simone Biles. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not gonna do it because I want to be disrespectful to him. I don't want to be disrespectful to Mr. Simone Biles' husband. That is why. Okay, I got so much respect for my sis. Like, she is everything. Like, she's everything. The determination the mindset, the strength that she has to do what she does is highly impressive. And so, and I'm just proud of her. I'm proud to see her, like this young woman doing these amazing things. Like nobody's touching her. To me, she is like the Serena of gymnastics. She is that girl, right? And so we saw that Jonathan Owens went on a podcast, and we were upset. I'm gonna raise my hand and say I'm upset too, because I'm very big on women empowerment. And so I am one of those people who believe that women are the prize. I'm one of the ones who believe in what the Bible says: he that finds a wife finds a good thing and receives favor from the Lord. Okay. That is what I believe. And so I do believe women are the prize. I do believe that a good woman can transform a man's life. Okay. I do believe that good men are important too. And that like, I feel like my husband, when I think about my husband, I won the lottery when it comes to husband lotteries. Like I won the lottery. My husband is a catch too. But I appreciate the fact that my husband realizes that I am the prize in his life. He'll tell people, anybody who listen, like, I have helped to make his life better. Tamika said, if I can't make it, I will gift it to a sister in Atlanta. It went away. Y'all, I'll read it when it comes back up. But I appreciate that my husband will tell anybody who will listen, like, that his wife is the prize, that I have made his life better, that he wouldn't know what his life would be like without me. And I appreciate him saying that. Tamika said, if I can't make it, I will gift it to a sister in Atlanta. I have to find out what date prom is. All right, sis. So with that being said, because you're here, because you're present, because you commented, Tamika Lyons has won a free ticket to the Women Are Dope experience on April 20th, 2024. I really hope you can make it, sis, because as I said, I'm a keynote speaker there, and I would love to meet you in person, give you a nice warm hug, and just have a really, really good time with you in this experience. All right. So shout out to Tamika. Congratulations to our first winner of the Women Are Dope experience ticket. I have 2 more tickets to give away. I'm not sure if I'm gonna give away on this show or on a future show, but if somebody calls in, you might just have a chance to win. The number is 678-439-7419. So getting back to our good sis Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens. People were kind of in a tizzy because Jonathan Owens made it clear, when he was sharing their love story and how they met, that he didn't know who Simone Biles was. That's what he says. Tamika said, woohoo, thank you. You're so welcome, sis. He said he didn't know who Simone Biles was. They met on a dating app. They swiped right, left, whatever, they matched. And he didn't know who she was. Okay. We'll go with that. He said he never really watched gymnastics, so he didn't know who she was. Cool. So he went on to let us know that sis drove 45 minutes to see him. He went on to let us know that, he felt like he was the catch. My question is, y'all know football terms. Are red flags on the play? Are red flags on the play for this relationship? Because I feel like even if you're giving an interview and you're sharing your truth, there are certain parts when you're in a relationship with a person that you're mindful not to say or expand upon because you don't want to embarrass them or make them look crazy or whatever the case may be. And I felt like he was trying really hard to make himself seem like he was like better than her or something. And I wasn't really feeling that. You know what I mean? Like they asked, like you could see the guy. Matter of fact, you actually even saw his posture change when one of the guys asked him, like, I just want to know, like, how did you catch Simone Biles? Like, how did you get her in a way? Because like she is the Simone Biles. And he went on to say, well, I feel like I'm the catch. Like, yeah, that did not pass the vibe check. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? I feel like I'm the catch. Like, so you couldn't just let your girl have her moment? You couldn't just let her be the Simone Biles and you be Jonathan Owens, who was you're such a bad guy, like you're so dope that you was able to bring this beautiful woman, attract this beautiful woman into your life that she wanted to be with you. I mean, fine, whatever. I feel like red flags are on the play. I feel like it's showing some insecurity. I feel like it's showing some competition. I feel like he just, he doesn't want her to outshine him. I think those questions like that make him uncomfortable. And I feel like if it makes you uncomfortable for your girl to shine, for your wife to shine, we got some problems here. So, I mean, I know this couple is young. I know they're very much still navigating marriage and life and maturity and lots of things. So I'm praying for them. But if Jonathan Owens hears this message, because the Jonathans are cutting up. I just thought about it. Jonathan Majors and Jonathan Owens. Jonathans are cutting up in January. But if he's listening, I would just say, like, take a moment. Like, it's okay for your wife to sign. And honestly, she's gonna shine whether you want her to or not. She is great. She's one of the greatest to ever do what she does. And so you can shine in your way and she can shine in her way. And whether you are successful in the NFL or not, like, just let your wife shine. It is okay. Like, if she's winning, so are you. You all are now one unit. So you want to lift her up. You want to be okay with her shining. I also saw a video clip where she was doing an interview and she was saying, like, they basically decided to stop talking about, like, the NFL and gymnastics in their relationships because it creates so much tension and arguments. And the question that they're asking is, what's harder? Is the NFL harder or gymnastics? And I'm just like, again, red flag on the play. Why is this even a conversation? Why is it even a conversation? He could never know what it's like to do what Simone does because he doesn't do what she does. And you know what? She can never know what he does. But I think we can all agree that them somersaults she do is a little bit harder than running down the field and tackling somebody. I think we can all agree.
They went to each other's workouts and he couldn't last.
Oh, Naya said that Jonathan went to Simone's workout and he could not last, but she crushed his. So what are we still talking about here? Why is it an argument? I feel like, again, it's a huge red flag that he even has to try to prove a point that what he does is more difficult than her. Why? What is the reason? And so the teachable moment for this is, sis, if you are in a relationship with a man who you feel like is jealous of you and envious of you, that's a red flag. Like, you do not want to be in a relationship with somebody who cannot see you shine, who treats, like, the greatness that you do like it's lackluster, like it's no big deal. That's not the kind of relationship you want. You want people with you who are going to lift you up, encourage you, celebrate you, and tell anybody who will listen, like, yeah, she is dope, she's amazing, she's winning. Okay, so that's the teaching moment for this moment. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come right back and keep this conversation going. Hot topics, teachable moments, free tickets. This is She Wins Radio Show, 101 TKO Radio. We'll be right back. Hey sis, hey, hey sis, hey. You are tuned into 101 TKO Radio, and this is the She Wins Radio Show with your favorite coach, Andromeda, coming to you live every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'm so excited, as always, to spend time with you all. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. This has been a really, really fun show. I would say it's Big Talk Tuesday. So we've been talking big, okay? We've been talking big, staying on business, talking about some hot topics in the media, but teachable moments that are related to those hot topics. And we gave away a free ticket to the Win Our Dope experience. Shout out to Tamika Lyons, who was the first winner of 3 free tickets that will be given away over the next few weeks. The Women Are Dope experience is on April 20th, 2024, located in Privy Stonecrest, in Stonecrest Mall. Make sure that you lock that date and mark that date on your calendar, April 20th, 2024, Women Are Dope experience. You can find more about this experience at the Women Are Dope social media pages. You can also find it on Instagram at Chelsea Speaks. I am Chelsea Speaks, excuse me. Make sure you stay tuned in of all things Women Are Dope experience. I am going to be a keynote speaker, and I would love to see you there. All right, so continuing on, y'all, before we go into hot topics, I want to do some celebrations. I want to celebrate some women who are winning out here. Okay, and so in case y'all did not know, there was a creative arts Emmys. Have y'all heard of the creative arts Emmys? I had not really heard of the creative arts Emmys, unless it's just an Emmy award. I don't know, but the Jasmine Guy and Storm Reed won at the 2023 Creative Arts Emmys. And then I want to share with you all that about the Creative Arts Emmys. So, in case y'all did not know about it, there are so many stars in Hollywood. The Television Academy Creative Arts Emmy Award ceremonies in 2023, and I know we're in 2024, but I still want to talk about it because I didn't get a chance to talk about it. It happened, it aired on Primetime Emmys on January 15th. No, wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. Y'all, excuse me. I don't want to give you the wrong information. All right, the Television Academy Creative Arts Emmy Award ceremonies on this weekend, kicking things off ahead of the 75th Primetime Emmys on January 15th. So that's when you should look forward to the Primetime Emmys that's happening on January 15th. But there was a Creative Arts Emmy Award ceremony ahead of that this past weekend. Okay, so with that, I wanted to share that some of those winners were Storm Reed. Storm Reed won based off of the show The Last of Us. Have y'all seen that show? I started watching that show on HBO Max. I think it came on. Really good show. I think the season ended, right? We're waiting on a new season. I'm so excited about it. The show was really good. She didn't play like a huge part in the show. Like, I mean, I think she was gone after like maybe the first 3 episodes or something like that. But she played the main character's daughter. Spoiler alert, she dies. But she did really play a really good role in that. And the other person was Jasmine Guy. She won. I'm trying to see what she won for. Y'all, excuse me. I was not ready, but it just popped up on my timeline. And I was like, oh, yes, Black Girl Magic. So I wanted to celebrate them. I cannot tell you what Jasmine Guy won for. But however, we're celebrating these 2 women who are winning today. All right, getting back to our hot topics and teachable moments. The next thing that we want to talk about is Halle Bailey and baby Halo. So finally, the news has been announced that she was pregnant all along. Y'all have been watching this girl uterus for the last 9 months. And finally, she has let y'all in to the fact that she has had a baby. I mean, y'all have been some real investigators, some Inspector Gadgets out here. I've seen people looking at her bio like, oh, she got a little angel baby in there bio and all these little things. Like, yeah, she's definitely pregnant. Y'all been zooming in on her photos and trying to figure out why she's been wearing more baggy clothes and all of the things. And she finally let us know that she had a baby boy that she named Halo, which I think is super cute. DZG was her boyfriend. We've been seeing him post more and more about her as a mom and his experience as a dad and how beautiful the baby is and all these good things. And I have to say that some of y'all have been disappointing me in these comments, like, oh, it don't matter, we don't care. It's over now. You should have told us before. And I'm just like, but why? Why does Halle why do they owe that to us to bring us into their pregnancy experience? Why do they owe that to us? Somebody made it a good point that, you could tell that she's in Beyonce's camp because of how she moved. And even though Beyonce definitely led us into her pregnancies, one thing about Beyonce that I absolutely admire about her as an entertainer and as a businesswoman is that she lets you know what she wants you to know, what you need to know. She is first and foremost an entertainer. And so when she does let you into her life, sis is making some money off of that. She's going to put it in a documentary. She's going to put it in a movie. She can put it in a song. She's not one of those social media stars where she's every day getting there, posting a selfie, going live, doing all the things. And I just kind of love that for her because she's saying, like, my talent is first and foremost. That's my priority. K-Bell TV said, I like that Beyonce's camp. Yes. Like, she's Beyonce's daughter. Okay. She is Beyonce's daughter. That's how I'm looking at it because, again, like, I think that's not everything has to be on social media. I think that sometimes your skill, your talent, your gifts can be watered down, or they can be just missed out on, or just, I don't know, like a fog goes over them when you are doing too much on social media. I think one of the people who we can definitely look at as being those too much people who now we don't even see him for his talent as much is Kanye West. He talks too much. He done said too much. You know what I mean? Like, just I hate to be like one of those people like just shut up and dribble, because I don't think that is how the mindset we need to have when Black men are speaking up. But I do think that, again, like, sometimes your gifts are overshadowed. That's the word I was looking for. Overshadowed when you are doing too much on social media, when you are showing people too much. I don't think that as entertainers, like when Beyonce gets on the radio, or when she's in the cable TV, said, I agree. And people feel entitled when they don't know everything. We give them a false sense when we do keep folks updated. I absolutely agree. Like, if you have a gift that God has given you to share with the world, it's okay if the only thing you do is share that gift. One thing that the Bible says is, do not cast your pearls before swine. That is what I thought about when it came to Hallie, because she has millions of followers. And there are people who can see things that are happening with her who don't follow her, who don't care for her, right? I feel like a pregnancy is a very sacred thing. It's a very fragile thing. And not everybody who you share your information with is praying for you. Some people are praying on you. And so if she wanted to keep her pregnancy sacred to her, just her family, her close friends, that's within her right to do. Because, again, like, certain parts of your life you don't want to share with other people. Certain parts of your life you just want to be able to enjoy that moment for what it is without having to give other people an explanation, right? We already heard people saying, oh no, why she get pregnant by him? Oh, like, everybody had their own opinions about that. And I appreciate this young woman decided that she wanted to enjoy her pregnancy without hearing everybody's opinions and everybody's thoughts about it and everybody's, just stuff, no negative energy around her and her baby. So shout out to Hallie for doing what's best for her. And may we all learn that it is okay to not drop on social media and celebrate every time we're excited. And it's okay to not celebrate, jump on social media every time we're upset about something. Some things can be kept off social media. It is okay to publicly share your gifts, publicly share your talents, publicly share the purpose that God has given you, and privately enjoy your private moments with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones. It is okay. And some of us are really going to learn this lesson the hard way. Everybody, again, especially because of social media being what it is. If social media was just this little place where you could curate your own little space where the people who follow you, you're sure that those people are people who are rooting for you, that'd be one thing. The fact that complete strangers who think that they know you or have a right to speak on you can just come and put all this negative energy on you is more of a reason than ever for you to decide that you are not going to cast your pearls before swine. You are not going to just put all your goodness out there in the world for people to tear it down, to people to misconstrue it, to misunderstand it, to just make it into something that it's not. And again, I love social media. I do. I find that there are so many great benefits of social media. I have connected with so many amazing people from social media. But even for us as creatives, right? Like, you'll share content and next thing you know, your content is going viral and you're not even being tagged on it. Like, hello. Again, like, we have to be more careful about that. You have to be careful about sharing your visions, your dreams, your ideas your inspirations with the world before you have fully figured that thing out and trademarked it and stuff, because somebody will steal your stuff. Like, we have to be very careful about how we are moving about these social media streets and not giving too much, not doing too much, and not sharing too much in these social media streets. So again, as young as Holly is, and as some of us feel like because we're older, we have the right to tell this younger generation how to do things. I feel like Holly has good people in her camp. Somebody said that the fact that there was not a single photo or video leaked of her pregnancy lets you know she got good people around her. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got something to say, Naya?
There was one.
There was one? There was a photo leaked?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, both of them leaving the doctor's appointment.
I did see that. Okay. I saw the photo of them leaving the doctor's appointment. I did see it. But I thought that was like paparazzi.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to think. We saw photos of them like with their family on maybe Thanksgiving. Like, they was out. She was out still doing press for her movies and stuff. There were so many opportunities for people to like really get some inside information on her and her pregnancy. And nobody from the inside was like sharing stuff. So kudos to her for having good people around her. And kudos for her for using discernment and knowing what was best for her. Y'all, we have to normalize letting people do what's best for them. Halle Bailey don't owe us nothing but the Little Mermaid. Okay? Like, she don't know us nothing but her music. That's it. She don't have to tell us a single solitary thing about her personal life if she don't want to. Like, yeah, that's how Beyonce moved. And I said, y'all, listen, don't let me get famous like Beyonce, because it's all y'all go. I'm going to do my show, and I'm going to go mind my business. I'm going to be on a beach somewhere. I'm not giving y'all no extra selfies and no extra conversation. I'm going to have my public gifts be shared public and my life be private. All right. That is that teachable moment. Thank you so much for joining me, Kay. I see you up on the screen. I'm trying to say, Kay, what you thinking? The Women I Know conference in Atlanta on April 20th, 2024. You think about coming, sis? Let me know. I want to see what you're thinking about. Let me know. All right, y'all. So let's keep these good conversations going. I would love, again, I tell y'all all the time, I want to hear from y'all. If you are listening, if you're tuning in and you can pick up the phone right now and call, I would love to hear your thoughts on any of the things we talked about today. We talked about Cat Williams. Is he a crazy guy, marketing genius? We talked about Megan Coretta Good. Is that good or bad for her brand? We talked about Taraji and Monique, same message, different messenger. Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens, Mr. and Mrs. Simone Biles. That's so disrespectful, y'all. Red flags on the play. Halle and Baby Halo, balancing a public and a private life. Okay, so if you want to comment or give any type of feedback, thoughts, opinions on any of those subjects, I would love to hear from you. All right, so let's get into some She Wins Society business real quick, because we're gonna be wrapping up the show pretty soon. Listen, the 7th annual Relax, Relate, Release Cruise Retreat is back, y'all. This is the 7th year we are sailing this year from Miami, Florida to Nassau and Coco Cay, Bahamas on August 16th through the 19th, 2023. I'm so excited about this. This cruise is one of the biggest events for She Wins Society every single year. We typically try to host 3 or 4 retreats a year, but our cruise is our staple event that we open up to the public. And so over the years, we have had as many as 75 women cruising with us. You may have seen on our social media all the beautiful brown women in white. We have activities. We have self-care experiences. We have a conference every year. This year's theme is Big Talk, Bold Moves, which goes right along with where God has been having me flow this year. Like, I started this year saying Big Talk Tuesday, and then God added the bold moves on the end of it. Big Talk, Bold Moves. That is what 2024 is for, because some of us have been playing small. Some of us have been shrinking ourselves. Some of us have acting like we don't know we that girl. Some of us have been waiting for other people to give us permission and validation to be who God created us to be. And so I'm telling you, I'm going to walk that walk and talk that talk and be an inspiration to you and let you know, like, sis, I don't care what your bank account looks like right now. Big Talk, Bold Moves. I don't care how many social media followers you have. Big Talk, Bold Moves. I don't care who like you, don't like you. Big Talk, Bold Moves. You have to now step into your purpose walk in the authority and power that God has given you. You are enough. You are already enough. And so the purpose of this conference is for you to get in here and to learn the things that you need to be saying to yourself on a regular basis to keep your mindset in a way that you can win, right? You need to learn how to speak positive affirmations over yourself. You need to learn how to speak life over yourself. You need to learn how to be in the mindset to win, to be confident in yourself. Also, we're talking about making bold moves, right? Those moves that are centered in faith, not fear. A lot of us, again, we are not doing what God created us to do. We're not doing what God is calling us to because we are afraid. We are afraid of what other people are going to think. We're afraid of what other people are going to say. We're afraid to fail, if we're being honest, right? We don't want to put something out there and then, oh my God, nobody shows up, or oh my God, nobody buys it. So we don't do it. And so we are missing out on these opportunities to grow, to learn, to make impact, to walk in our purpose. And so the Big Talk Bold Move Conference, you will not be the same after attending this conference, period. Okay, when you show up, if you show up timid and quiet and shy, I'm guaranteeing you're going to leave with another outlook on life, because you're likely not getting what you want out of life because you are not bold enough, because you are too afraid. And so I want you to, again, learn how to speak life over yourself and to learn how to tap deeper into your faith, to make the moves that you need to make to really elevate the way you want to. God has given us all a vision. In our quiet moments when we're not talking to other people, we have these really grand visions for our lives, right? Like we imagine ourselves living in beautiful places, having beautiful experiences, being surrounded by beautiful people. But then when we come back from that dream, we tell ourselves, oh, that's not realistic. But I believe that if God gave you the vision, it is possible for you to achieve it. That is just what I believe. If it's in your mind, it's possible to bring to life. The problem, though, again, is that you are stopping yourself. Most of us are the biggest barrier to our success. It's not outside people, it's our own selves. So I want to help you to push past that. And my speakers as well want to help you to push past these fears you have, these thoughts of not being worthy enough, these thoughts of not being enough, to really, really, really step into your purpose and power. Use your voice, use your gifts, and win bigger than you ever could have imagined. Okay. And so that's the 7th annual Relax, Relate, Release Retreat, Self-Care and Sisterhood Retreat, and Big Talk Bold Moves Conference, August 16th through the 19th, 2024. Save the date. Reservations will open this Friday, January 12th on SheWinsSociety.com. So make sure that you are staying locked in at She Wins Society on Instagram. Make sure that you go to SheWinsSociety.com and sign up for the email list so you do not miss any notifications. We have rooms blocked, but once they're gone, they are gone, sis. So make sure that you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. The deposit of $150 will secure your spot. The balance will not be due until May. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you about that. Also, I wanted to share with you about our membership community at She Wins Society. I shared an email to our email list the other day about our Brand Boost membership. If you are a woman who has a business or a brand, and you are struggling to find support to grow your brand, to increase awareness for your brand, if you are struggling to find people to collaborate with you to increase awareness for your brand, if you are struggling with figuring out what you need to do to manage your business in a way that is going to allow you to experience more growth, more sales, more money in your business, I definitely encourage you to visit SheWinsSociety.com and learn about our Brand Boost membership, because this membership is going to allow for you to not only connect with other creatives and entrepreneurs so that you can figure out like where you have synergy, where you are aligned, and how your brands can align to collaborate with each other to achieve greater. I'm one of those people who believe that a brand, it takes a tribe to build a reputable brand. You need people who support you, who are going to back you, who are going to tell people in public that your brand is awesome. People who are going to experience your products and your services and share testimonies and reviews about that. You need that. It's important, right? But you also need to learn certain skills within your business to be successful at it. So some of the classes that we are teaching in our Brand Boost membership this year include business management. There's a business management course which is being taught by Jay Reynolds, one of our team members. There is also a class, it's called, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you the whole name. Think Like a CEO, Time Management Done Right is her first class. She's going to teach a class every quarter this year. So the classes are going to be progressive. With each class, you're going to learn more and more and be able to develop. We're also teaching a marketing 101, building a strong foundation for your business class, which is being taught by Essence English of Brands Endeavor. And we are having The Art of Client Attraction, Wake Up to New Leads and Sales Daily by Tiffany Bethia. And we have Storytelling, The Importance of Owning Your Story class by Brittany Smith, who is the owner of 13th Oliver Publishing. So again, this community was created specifically to help women who have businesses, who have brands, women who are aspiring entrepreneurs, and just want to get started off on the right foot, right? You don't want to just be trying to fly by the seat of your pants and figure it out like I did, because when you do that, you do make a lot of mistakes, and it just takes you longer to get where you're trying to go than if you were had people who could give you insight and help and support and assistance from the get-go. So about this membership, um, with this membership included in it is monthly brand business development classes and coaching sessions with experts, educators, and certified coaches, monthly brand building and collaboration meetings with other creators and entrepreneurs in the community, and priority selection for speaker and vendor opportunities at quarterly online in-person events. So if you want to become an international speaker and you want to have the opportunity to speak on something like an international cruise, join Shima Society, because opportunities are being provided to our members and our team members. Okay. So that's really what I wanted to share with you. Definitely make sure you visit SheWinside.com, where we believe that when women support women, we all win. We truly and honestly believe that, again, like, it takes a community to build anything. And I believe that when you bet on Black women and Black women support each other, like, it's nothing we cannot do. And each time you uplift one Black woman, you are uplifting several more. Real talk, because we know how to reach back and lift people up. K-Bell TV said, excited for these upcoming classes. Me too, sis. Me too. Listen, it's going to be good. I sent email to Kay recently, though. I don't know if she checked it yet, Kay, but you got an email in your inbox, sis. But I'm just excited. I'm excited about our community. Also, I want to say this too. Make sure that you stay locked into She Wins Society Instagram page, because we are going live just about every day this week in the next coming weeks with our team members. We are going live with our team members to just give you an insight into the vibes of She Wins Society and the women who make up She Wins Society, so to help you make a better decision if this community is right for you. So I know it could be scary joining something new, but so we want to give you a little bit of insight into what is involved. All right. So I think that that's going to wrap up today's show, you guys. I do hope that you learned something. I hope that these teachable moments were encouraging, empowering, inspiring to you. I want to encourage us, as we do, we do see these trending topics on social media, that we be mindful of the perspective that we have when we see these things, and always look for the positives in every single situation, right? Like I said, I don't do gossip, but I love a good teachable moment. I love to be able to look at other people's lives, experiences, and be able to say, like, what can I learn from them? So I think we can all learn something from Cat Williams, from Megan Good, from Simone Biles, from all of these people out here who are obviously worth talking about, right? All right, y'all. So y'all have a great rest of your week. Until next Tuesday, y'all keep growing, y'all keep glowing, y'all keep winning. This is Coach Andromeda on She Wins Radio Show on 101 TKO Radio. See you later.